Tensions are escalating right now over the Syrian peace talks in Geneva. Secretary of State John Kerry in Switzerland. He attended the first day of meetings. But the first direct talks between the government and opposition leaders were canceled, and now Syria is threatening to walk away from the table, the government. Leland Vittert joins us now live from our Jerusalem bureau. Leland, what's going on?
John, it's not really surprising the Assad regime is pretty upset right now. They have taken a real licking over the past couple of days at this peace conference in Geneva. Even the opening statements devolved into a shouting match between their foreign minister and at one point the UN Secretary General. The divide between Syria and its allies, Russia and Iran, versus really the rest of the world is probably wider and deeper than any geographic feature here on Mother Earth. The Syrians, President Assad's regime, has become increasingly defiant over the past year or so as President Assad's forces have gotten the upper hand really on the battlefield. The United States and its allies have backed away from the idea of arming the rebels. And as we're seeing video that's coming out of Syria and reports from inside Syria, the rebels themselves are spending almost as much time fighting each other as they are President Assad. So Assad is kind of sitting back a little bit in a much better position than he has been in the past. And right now it's seen largely as Assad and Russia, for that matter, are paying lip service to the UN, the U.S. with this peace conference in Geneva and allowing the rebels to kind of disintegrate on their own. Keep in mind the stated position of this peace conference for the United States is they would like President Assad to leave power, and then they would like a free and fair election inside Syria, and then Syria to turn into a functioning democracy. Everyone on the ground in the Middle East pretty much agrees that is a very far-fetched goal. So after that, there's no one really at this conference who has a shared common goal. The one thing people have talked about is some type of agreement on humanitarian aid, maybe local ceasefires, something to help the people of Syria ease the suffering, allow people to get to the hospital, allow medical aid to get in. But keep in mind, John, that every time in the past one of these agreements has been reached, its life expectancy has been measured in hours. So the thought of something constructive coming out of this conference in Geneva is unlikely, probably at best, from observers here on the ground.
Some ominous news there. Leland Vittert reporting from our Middle East bureau. Thanks, Leland.